What's good, y'all? SlimTV here, back for another Riding with Slim night edition. I just got off of work, man. It's currently 5:43. I now have an overnight job. I mean, it's the same. I work at the same place, but I went overnights, so definitely an adjustment that I've been trying to get over. It's I'm not gonna lie, it's a struggle, but that's just part of life, man. You gotta make changes, embrace change, adapt to the change, and then ultimately overcome that change to make you a better person in whatever you do, But again, in life, you have to change. You have to seek after change. That's the only way you're gonna grow. But today I wanted to talk about maturity is gauged by how you use wisdom. I was thinking about this today, just in my thoughts, doing what I do. I always compare my mind to like a podcast, a 24-hour podcast. Sometimes I'm talking about nonsense, other times I'm talking about stuff that actually matters. And today it seems like I actually wanted to think about things that actually matter. So, wisdom is just basically just the application of what you know. And maturity is defined as something that is fully grown or something that has reached its final stage, So you could say a master at his craft is mature. When you hear the saying, act your age, it's speaking to the fact that you are now a certain age and you need to act a certain way. So when I say that maturity is defined by how you use wisdom, I'm saying that the experience or the wisdom that you gain throughout the time that you're here has to be applied when you are actually mature. You have to choose to apply what you learn when you're actually mature. Because here's the thing, you can be mature but still choose to ignore the wisdom, if that makes sense. You could be 30 years old and you know that smoking is bad for you, but yet you keep smoking. And I ask this question: are you really mature if you choose to ignore the wisdom that was imparted to you? Are you really mature if you choose not to use what you know? My answer is no. You can't be. You cannot claim that you are mature and you choose to ignore the things that you know to be true. That's like me looking up at the sky and saying it's green when we all know that it's blue. I know that it's blue, but I'm choosing to ignore that fact, and instead I'm saying it's green. So that's what I mean when I say that the use of wisdom gauges your maturity. And I think that we should all strive to, of course, act our age, but use wisdom accordingly. Use the wisdom that was imparted to you accordingly. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to know all the answers and you're supposed to, just answer right all the time. But I'm saying that in this life, it's eat or be eaten. It's eat or be eaten. So you have to use every available resource to you in order to win when you're taking life seriously. And a lot of people get that misconstrued too. Oh, you should take life seriously, but I want to have fun. When you're taking life seriously, the fun is going to come naturally because you're going to afford yourself more opportunity. See, people that understand this realize it's very simple. Like, if you get a woman pregnant early in your life and you ignore the wisdom that was imparted to you by your grandfather or people around you about using protection while you do various acts to avoid getting a woman pregnant, along with STDs and all that other stuff, you would realize that it's for your benefit. Because now you don't have to worry about getting sick or having a baby. I mean, it can still happen, but the chances are lower. And you can still live your life how you want to live it. You can go on trips. You just have all this freedom. But when you have a baby, you basically shackle yourself. And babies are a gift, by the way. Babies are awesome. New life in this world is awesome. But I'm saying that, especially during your young life, you know, you shackle yourself, man. You can't do what you once did. You can't just sit back and play the game. Now you have to worry about your kid and think about the future and the kid getting into school and stuff, instead of doing what you want to do for the season of your life that you're in, you know? So ask yourself, how mature are you? And look at the decisions that you're making. And the reason that I was even thinking about this was, you know, I live a certain way, and I hold myself to a certain standard, you know, and that standard, I believe, at least for myself, is based off of wisdom that I have learned through reading books, through my elders, or through the people that I surround myself with, or through the things that I've observed in life. With that being said, I still see the inconsistencies in myself in certain areas. You know? Like, I live a healthy lifestyle, but today I had at least 3 chocolate bars, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. So it's getting to the point, at least for me, where now it's like, okay, even this is I'm starting to look at this as like unacceptable. You know, and that is really, that comes with the cost of starting to force yourself to mature, if that makes sense, or starting to embrace wisdom fully, or embrace the knowledge fully. That comes with it, because now it's like I'm making these videos and I'm doing certain things, and now I have to hold myself to these certain things, because now I would just feel like a fraud if I didn't do that, you know? I know that chocolate bars, you know, while having a snack here or there, there's nothing wrong with that. I know that having 3 and 4 in a day, that's not good for me. That's not good for my body. That's not good for my health. And yet I did it because it was pleasurable. And I guess that's a sign of maturity as well. Can you deny pleasure when you know that it's bad for you? Yet another tenet of wisdom. I'll give you this quick story time, and then I'm gonna end it. So there was this woman that I met, real beautiful. Look, I'm a picky guy. I'm a real picky guy. I like things a certain way, particularly with people, because I understand my value, and I understand that what I have to offer, it has to be valued by the person that, you know, I'm trying to mess with. So I hold myself to that standard, regardless. She was real pretty. You know, she looked good, but she had an attitude, man, and it was ridiculous. I had told her to meet me somewhere. She basically flaked. Even though she said she would be there, and then I had to text her, and I let her know. I was like, "Where you at?" And then she was like, "Oh, I had class." I'm like, "Okay, you could have told me this and that." And I told her, I gave her one more shot. I was like, "Okay, if you want to make it up to me, you know, we could do it this way." You know, I told her to bring me some ice cream. You know, it's inexpensive, man. This is just what I do. But yeah, you know, it's like $9. The Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream. I told her to bring me the ice cream. She didn't want to do that, and then she's talking about F that ice cream and this and that. So even more attitude. I still continue to text her. I know I need to cut her off, but because I'm thinking about what could be, and I wasn't moving mature, I chose to keep going with the conversation. Ultimately, what had ended up happening was there was something else that she said. I told her that I'm available on Sundays. And she's like, "Well, I'd be tired on Sundays." And I basically just told her, "Well, look, I'm available on Sundays. If you're ready to see me on Sunday, then we could do that." You know, and I left it at that. That was the last text I sent her. She sent me another text about, "Well, what did you say about Tuesdays?" I told you I'm available on Sundays. That's what I said. And then she's going to send me another text. I'm about, "Text me back." But you guys see how I allowed immaturity in my thought of something that could have happened, that I would like to have happen, kept me in a situation that I knew I should have been cut off in the beginning. And some people will say, "Well, Slim, you still use wisdom because you're not with her and you're not dragging it out." And I mean, yeah, you're right, but I should have used that wisdom quicker. You know? So when you start to really think about these things and really start to internalize them, you start to even time yourself on how fast it took you to do what you knew you were supposed to do. But yeah, guys, man, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I love you guys. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Check out my YouTube or my Instagram for more content. Peace.